Welcome back. This is Brad with Steam Labs. So today we're going to work on some FT-5 brackets. And what that is a 3D printer kit from Tech, and one of their models is the FT-5, and it's built with 80/20 extrusion frame. And it comes with stock. The kit comes with melamine parts cut out to make L brackets and T brackets, and the melamine over time compresses, and the brackets kind of wobble around and wiggle. So I'm going to design in Onshape some 3D printed brackets for my 3D printer. So let's begin. We've got our document set up and named FT5 brackets, and we'll start our first sketch for the left L bracket. Okay, we'll choose our top view to reorient our view. And I want to make the edges of my bracket round, so I'm going to choose the circle tool, and I want a 20 millimeter circle, and I want to show everybody that I'm working in millimeters here. And so that's the first step. Now I want to take and make another circle out here. It's also going to be 20, and one more at 20. And I'm done with the circle tool. Instead of naming this 20, what we can do is click this equal sign to set some constraints. So I'm going to make those two circles the same diameter, and those two circles the same diameter. Now I'm going to set my measurement from here to here. I want that to be 100 because that's the length of the stock bracket, and I want this one to be, oops, I turned it off. Okay, this one to be 60. Okay, now I've got all of that set up. Now I need to draw the lines that connect. It's basically a right triangle. So from here to here, from here to here, and from here to here. And see, they're not matched up with the tangents, so we're going to use the tangent constraint. We'll click on the circle, click on the line, and it automatically moves this point to the tangent. And then we'll do the same thing over here, same thing over here, and same thing over here. Okay, now we've got our basic bracket outline drawn, but we need to trim these inside parts. I don't want those around. So let's trim this, this, and this. And I'm going to put in the points for the holes that we're going to make later. There's 4 holes total. I'll make one here, one here, one here, and I'll put one in the middle here. And I'm going to make this 40, roughly halfway, or it is halfway between these two holes. So I've got that set up. Now I want to make like a speed hole in the middle to kind of make it like a truss, use less plastic. So we'll use our offset tool here, and I want this to be 10, and we'll offset this, and I like the direction. We'll make that 20, and we'll offset this in this direction and make it 20. So now I can go in and trim the pieces that I don't want. Okay, I'm done trimming. And I left these at 20 because that's how wide the 80-20 extrusion is. It's 20 millimeters wide. And I want to make a fillet inside here. Let's make it 2 millimeters, 2 millimeters, and 2 millimeters. I'm going to move this so it's more clear. And if I wanted to, I could delete these dimensions and make them constrained to the original. And the reason why we would do that is if we wanted to change this to 3, they would all update at the same time. Change it back to 2. I like how that looks. I'm going to finish this sketch. And let's see. That was an old sketch I was doing. Let me rename this to bracket sketch. Now I would like to extrude, so we're going to extrude just this part, and the original thickness of the brackets is 12 millimeters, plus the head of the socket head cap screw is another 12, so for a total of 24, and I want mine to be a little bit below flush, so I'm going to go with 12. No, I'm sorry, the original is 6 millimeters, and then the head of the socket head cap screw is 6, so I'll go with 12. Okay, 12 millimeters total, and then I need to go in, turn this sketch back on, and put in my screw holes. So we will want a counter bore for the socket head cap screw. It's going to be a through hole. ISO is metric. We want a clearance hole so that the screw just slides right in, and it's an M5. Okay, and then we go down here and select where we want our screw holes. Right there for a total of 4, and I like that. So now we have 4 nice counter bore holes. But we're not done. I want to add some fillets. So let's fillet the outside to 5, and how about the inside? And if we leave tangent propagation on, it will automatically fillet all the edges. So I like how that looks. I think that looks real good. Okay, and this ended up being the right L bracket. Okay, that's going to go on the top right side. The L brackets are not symmetrical, so what I would like to do is duplicate this whole part studio and rename this left L bracket. We'll go over here and I will, let's see, what's the easiest way to do this? Let me see if I can mirror the sketch first. Let's see if it will let me. Mirror? Okay. And then I wonder if it will let me delete this part. Yes, it will. So what we did was we mirrored all those points. I'm just going to get rid of all these extra points, and then I'll go back and draw that line back in. It's 40, and then we can put in some dimensions from here to here. is 80. This is 10. And we'll make this equal and this equal. And dimension that instead of this. We'll choose, let's turn this sketch back on, choose this, so we get a nice extrusion. And I'm gonna get rid of this, oops, open this, and then I'm going to delete that point, okay, because I don't need it anymore. And then we'll put our holes in here, 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 here. These are going to be counterbore through M5, and then it's asking which part. We want it to be this part, and the fillets. Let's use the outside edge and the inside edge. So now we've got the left L bracket. Now I need a T bracket, so we're going to make one more Part Studio and start a new sketch in the top plane. Reorient our view to the top view. And this one's going to be 100. Let's try this, and we're going to mirror. Choose the mirror line, then the object, and the dimension between these two is 100. And then we'll take this guy, he needs to be 20, or we can make it driven. We can say that this is equal to this, and he is going to be, I wonder if it will let me do that. Okay, this is going to be, that's not what I want to dimension. I want to dimension the outside to here. Okay, that's going to be 100 total. And then it switched, keeps switching back on me. I'll do it from there, from center point to this line, and make it 80. Then we need the same thing we did last time, just basically two triangles. And so it automatically selected tangent for us, so that's nice. We'll select the line tool again and make it tangent. Let's see, I don't know if this one is tangent. Okay, it wasn't. And then we'll make this tangent and get our last line put in. And make sure that it's tangent. Okay, so now we're set up. Let's do some trimming. That's the basic shape that I want. I can go ahead and put in my point locations for my holes. I'll put one in here and make it midway 40. Now I need some more holes in this, and I'll use the same basic shape as the last one. I'll use the offset tool, make that 10, offset it this way at 20, and then we need, I'm going to connect these two lines. And then offset this by 10. So So I'll get rid of this guy and do some more trimming, so I can trim this and this, 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 and this. I'll move this kind of out of the way. Then we can do a mirror. Choose this as our mirror line, and then we want to mirror these three lines. Oh, let's hold on. I want to do the fillets first. So I just did Control Z, undid those three, and I want these to be 2 and 2 and 2. And I'm going to make all of these equal. And it doesn't like that because it's over constrained, but once I delete this other dimension, it'll be okay. There we go. Now I want to mirror all of this. Okay, that looks good, and then I'm going to throw in a dimension between here and here. That should be 20. So now everything's fully constrained once it turns black. And I think that looks good. So we'll complete the sketch and then do an extrude. We want to extrude this part the same distance, 12 millimeters. And then we can put in our M5 screw holes. Turn our sketch back on so we can see our points. I'm going to put in a total of 5 on this one. So I like that. And then some fillets. So we'll fillet the outside and then fillet these 2 holes. And there we go. We've made 2 L brackets and 1 T bracket for the FT-5 3D printer. I'm going to export these after I rename everything. This is T bracket sketch and T bracket. Let's name this T bracket. And T brackets are symmetrical. There is no right or left. And I can go ahead and export as an STL. Export as an STL and export STL. Binary format it works for me. Units, inches. Whenever you import it into your slicer, it will change it to millimeters. It should automatically prompt you, or you can just choose millimeters. So everything's exported, and that'll do it. Thanks for watching. Put any comments or questions down in the comment section. Thank you.